What about if you get on your Facebook and I'm out in the barn, like cleaning dog pens or feeding animals, and I left my Facebook up, and you go through my messages, and some of them are like, "Hey, what's up, sexy?" And then
there's that sexy again, yo.
And then I walk back into the office, and I was like,
yeah, I would definitely.
And then I'm like,
something.
"Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" And then she nonchalant gets up and punches me in the face.
I wouldn't punch you in the face. I would get up and go, you left your Facebook on, and then I'd turn around and walk off.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that shit, yo. Now I gotta come to her.
To you. Yeah, now you have to.
Well, what if you just say, all right, you never come to me, you don't want to.
Oh, well then there's a problem.
See, it's like, oh, okay.
But I'm giving him the opportunity before I lash out or before I get mad. Here's your opportunity to explain yourself.
But what about I explain myself to her like, hey, sexy is just like hello to me, like that's just my personality.
Well, that's not going to be good enough, and we're starting.
Like I don't want to have sex with that girl. I don't want anything to do with her. She's my best friend. I'm just like, hey, what's up, sexy?
But I'm going to give you the opportunity, but then we're still going to probably get in a huge fight about it. It's
yeah, I know we're going to fight.
But I'm not going to like just right out of the gates come lash out. I'm not going to call a girl who texted you. I'm not even mad at that girl. That's like. Whatever. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to call her. I'm not going to throw the phone at you. Who are you talking to? I'm not doing that. Because that's when guys start calling girls psycho. You got to give them the opportunity to present their case, which isn't going to be good enough anyways. And yes, you're going to get into a fight. Yeah. But give them the chance to say what they need to say.
But this is how I do reverse psychology on them. Like, she was like, take me home right now because I drove her to the office. So I drive all the way back to Fort Worth. We get to Fort Worth. She gets out, we don't say one word. I shut the door and I drive, and she calls. She's like, "Oh, you're just gonna leave?" And I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what do you
that's
mean?"
the worst because when
and
you
then
tell
I'll back up, and I was like, "What do you want? You know, you don't want me here. You're done with me. I fucked up. I'm leaving. You know."
That's it.
And then they're like, "Oh,
yeah."
You know,
girls, girls play games. They tell you something, but they really want you to do the exact opposite.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why are you telling me this if you want me to do this?
I'm telling you right now.
Guys are dumb. Girls are evil.
100% of the time, if a girl tells you to leave, she doesn't really want you to.
Okay, like,
I'm just gonna throw that.
Oh, I know girls' tricks.
100% of the time.
And I'll play with, like, sometimes I'll be hanging out with a girl and I'll want to go out with my friends at night and I'll be talking about them. They're like, oh, you know, my buddies are going out today. And she's like, oh, you know, I don't mind going out with them. So I go out with them, but then she's pissed.
And you get back.
And then I come back and she's like, you know, I spent all night here by myself. Why, you know, you should stay with me. I'm like, you told me you didn't care.
But usually I will call them like when I'm in a stall and it's really loud and I'm drunk. I'm like, hey, what's up? And then, hey,
because now, like, yeah, I used to do that with like my ex-boyfriends, but now I really don't care. Like, if you're gonna go out with your friends, fine. I'll go out with mine. It's fine.
Now, when I got my daughter, like I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck now. I have my beautiful daughter. I don't care now. You know, you want to play these games or whatever the fuck. If you're gonna, but she doesn't do that. But I'm just saying, like now it's a totally different story. You know, I don't give a shit, yo. I got my daughter.
I used to have a boyfriend who would take advantage of me, like, getting drunk to look through my phone. Like, he would know if I got drunk and I was, like, off guard, he would take my phone away from me and, like, hide it because he knew that I was, like, not hearing where my phone was, and he would go through my whole phone. Every single time. I'd wake up the next day, he would call me, so, you want to explain blah, 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 every time. He would always go through my phone.
That's such a deal breaker. You know?
Douche.
That's not good.
That means that guy's gotta go.
And he did.
Oh.
But he was that same kind of way, like, he wanted my Facebook password. No.
I've had this also, like, okay, I'm in the car with my girlfriend. An ex-girlfriend that's a friend calls me. And
yeah, that happens.
So do I answer or not? I've answered and talked to my ex-girlfriend with my girlfriend in the car, but we're just friends. Like, hey, what's up? What are you doing?
It's circumstantial.
But then Christy will see it's my ex-girlfriend, and then I won't answer. She's like, why aren't you answering? I was like, because I'll piss you off. So is it better to answer?
It's circumstantial. It depends on the current girlfriend and the ex-girlfriend.
No matter what you do, it's wrong.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, it's wrong. If you answer it,
you have to.
if you answer it, she's like, it could be just, hey, how you doing? She's like, fuck, like, no matter what you say, she's gonna get upset.
I think it's worse to answer it.
Yeah.
Because at least if you don't answer it, then you could be like, I just don't care to talk to her right now. Like, I'm with you.
Like, see, if I do that, she'll be like, oh, wow, you have something, you guys are sneaking around. No matter what you do, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
I'm not here.
Picking up is worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too. And most of the time I don't answer those calls. And then she was like, well, why didn't you answer it? Are you gonna call her back later when I'm not here? And I was like, no, I just answered. I didn't want to talk to her. She's like, well, call her back. I was like, okay, I'll call her.
Girls are
I've never really had to deal with that though. I've never had a boyfriend whose ex-girlfriends were calling me. Whenever you're done with an ex, just be done with them. Like, I'm friends, I guess you could say, with an ex, but he would never call me under any circumstance. Like, maybe if he was lying in the street dying outside of my house. But there's, like, no circumstance that he would call me to talk to me.
So this whole MySpace, Facebook shit. Oh, man. I'm doing Twitter after this, too, man.
Me too.
On Twitter, I'm going on AshleyMadison.com after this. That's it. It's like a fucking...
Porno?
No, it's a site for people that want to cheat. Like married people that want to cheat.
I've seen those commercials.
That's on Howard Stern, AshleyMadison.com. You go on it, and then you meet like someone that's like 35 with 2 kids, married, but wants to hook up and fuck. And then like, you know what I mean? You just like...
You're gonna see if she has a profile or what?
Yeah, no.
Just
They
right.
get paid by that.
No, you know what they're saying is, life is short, have an affair. That's how they end the commercial.
That's horrible.
Life is short, have an affair.
I think it's hysterically funny.
It's hilarious.
Funny.
But I'm telling you.
Like, I can see
You're getting
Ashley
a lot of
Madison
married
like-
people pissed off right now. Like
Yeah,
they're gonna
that's
go on.
sad.
Howard Stern does it every day, AshleyMadison.com. Life is short, have an affair. Every day.
Sad.
I love
Yeah, I
that.
don't know if I agree
I
with
think
you.
it's hilarious.
It's fucked
I
up.
wouldn't do it, but I
about
think
the
the
guy
one side is
that-
hilarious.
Oh,
And
is
but
that
the thing is,
website?
it's like a big... Yeah, I can't cheat.
I'm a huge monogamous. Like, to the point where I won't even casually date 2 people
Oh, I'm
at the
super
same
duper
time.
monogamous too. We had this conversation the first week that we were here,
Yeah,
remember?
like if I'm dating someone, even if we've only been on a date or 2, I'm not going to go on a date with somebody else. Me too, I'm a huge monogamous.
Me, if I'm dating and it was 2 dates with someone, I'm dating someone else too on the
See,
side.
that's how
and then on the other
me
side.
and Summer used to argue about this so much because that's how she is. Like, she can go out with one guy on Friday and a different guy
Oh.
on Saturday. Like, they're
That
not
same
like
day.
friends.
That same day, Friday, I'll go out with someone, then I'll meet someone late night for a booty call.
But it's better probably to do that because then you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then, like, if somebody
And
doesn't
then there's
call, it's like,
confusion because the other person.
But even the
doesn't
girls,
necessarily
but even the
go
girls that I'm hooking up with know what the deal is. Like, they know. Like, you call me late night, you know what we're doing. You know that I'm fucking with this girl, you know I'm with this. Like, you know, like, I'm not serious. I'm not trying to be serious. And I'm telling you, a lot of girls like that. A lot of girls like you to just fuck them and they could do their own thing. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm just speaking for me, man. I'm telling
this
you.
is another Enzo sonnet.
I'm telling you, a lot of girls, maybe it's where I'm from, I don't know. But a lot of girls, I'm not saying all girls, but a majority of women like to just have a sex toy. Just like, yo, it's just, yo, we meet up, we have a good time, we fuck, but then she can go do her thing and I do my thing. That's it. A lot of girls like having a guy on the side like that. I'm telling you, man. It's just how it is. That's it.
That's it.
Fun times. It's fun times.
I'm a rare girl then.
No, I'm not saying all girls are like that. There's definitely, look at my wife. My wife is a beautiful girl. She has them all. She does her thing. But there's definitely a majority of women that do that, man. That have their booty calls ready and set. Don't want nothing like if you try to, like, yo, you want to go to a movie tonight? They're going to be like, go to a movie. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Hayden or Reagan?
Like,
Reagan.
that's funny.